What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the crisis that we know as my show or my life. Hold on. Because if you guys didn't know, you may have had trouble getting to the angryturnip.com for some days. We figured out what it was, but if you go to the website now, you're going to see it looks completely different because I had about 10 minutes before the show and I had to completely rebuild the website. So it's like completely half assed. But now I'm trying to make sure on this computer that I can at least download because we're giving away the tablet tonight. But if you guys didn't already, now the link is working because I was wondering why we didn't have a lot of people. Well, like earlier when I said it, we had what I think it was 80 plus people. Now there's 180 on our iPad giveaway because we're giving away an iPad tonight. But yeah, I just couldn't figure it out what was going on. The sales, we had Black Friday sales and it wasn't like booming like I needed it to. And I couldn't figure out what it was. And turns out there was an issue with the website that even the developers couldn't figure out. And they're like, just get rid of the theme and put a new one in. And so I did that and that fixed the issue. So it is working now. I did a whole dump or drop, not dump, right? Because I didn't take a shit, but I made a whole drop of all new shirts, all new hoodies. There's some winter hats in there because it's getting cold. So you can go check it out there if you want. And yeah, it's been it's been something else today. Let me tell you what. I don't care who you are right there. It's been something else. And I wanted to make sure that I'm good to do this giveaway tonight. And tell you what, I'm actually going to do two giveaways. Okay. One, if you want a chance to win the iPad, doesn't cost you anything. Just go over to theangryturnip.com. Theangryturnip.com. You'll see a little yellow box there. It says, our Black Friday giveaway. Click on over on the left-hand side. It'll say like to enter, click here, fill out your information, and boom, you're entered. You have until the end of the show to do it. Second one we're going to give away a television tonight. The usual way, Cash Apps or Venmos, PayPals, whatever. And you could do it. And if we do, let's just say over the cost of a TV. So if we do over $100, we'll give it away. Because now I need your support because my website's been fucked up all day long and we couldn't get any sales, and it's Black Friday. So we really need some sales. So if you guys if you like the show and you like what we're doing, go over, buy a t-shirt, buy 17 of them, and go that way. But man, it's been a crazy day thus far. I did see someone in the chat said that Antifa's planning on protesting or firebombing Teslas. That'll be interesting to see. See, this is how dumb they are. They don't understand that all dealerships have car insurance. So if you're bombing the Tesla dealerships like they're planning on doing, they're still going to get their money for it because there's car insurance on all cars that are sitting at a dealer. And the fact that, I don't know, it's going to be hairy. And that's going around, of course, Andy No is tweeting it out, one account that has like 5 followers with no interactions whatsoever on its page. Andy No is tweeting it out like it's a valid threat against Tesla. It's because it draws the attention to Andy No's account and therefore whatever. If there is anything that happens at Tesla, we will most likely find out about it tomorrow. And then my guess is that they'll go after it pretty hard. Thanks, As Media, for that super chat. My guess is that if Antifa domestic terrorists decide to attack Tesla dealerships tonight, it'll be what it is. Someone said, "Good thing Facebook has been weird. Good thing it doesn't matter of the reaction. It helps the stream." Yes, that's true. Someone said, "What if we already email subscribers? Do we have to re-register?" Yes, if you want to be, well, you don't have to do it like if you did it in the past 2 days. But if you filled out the form, you have to do it. Or if you did fill out the form, you're good. If you didn't fill out the form, yes, you're going to have to go fill out that form if you want a chance at winning. Plus, you get a coupon the Black Friday. And I expect every single one, especially the winner, whoever wins that iPad, man, if I don't see your name in there buying a shit ton of shirts later, I'm going to be offended. But it's what we do. We just do giveaways. It's Black Friday. It's a brand new iPad. It's in the other room. That's why I keep looking over that way. It's to make sure it's still there, make sure no one stole it. But yeah, if you want to support the channel, please, consider the super chats, Venmos. Those are the best way because we get it right away. Even PayPal, we get it right away. Or buy a shirt. You buy a shirt, that's the best way because one, you're getting something. I make about $10 per shirt with the new vendor. So that's just as good for us too as a super chat plus or as a Venmo or whatever. And I'll tell you what, I'll include every order in the sales today as I'll include every order on the angryturnip.com into a drawing for a TV. So that's going to be good. I was going to pick 5 anyway, and you guys were all going to get a special prize, 5 orders from the angryturnip.com over the weekend. So whatever. But yeah, we're going to have to wait and see what's going to happen with Tesla and whether or not these Antifa scumbag domestic terrorists are actually going to try to firebomb it. I wouldn't be surprised if there is some sort of, action or something like that. But who really knows? The only thing I could say is, what do you say to it? I mean, these are just threats. Hopefully nothing comes to fruition, but sometimes it does come to fruition and sometimes they do stupid shit. You know what I mean? It's not going to have financial consequences. It's going to be covered by insurance, and these would be acts of domestic terror. Wouldn't you agree? I know you all would, but I wonder if the left would. I wonder if anyone on the left would agree that firebombing Tesla dealerships would be an act of terrorism, let alone domestic terrorism. Could that be construed as an attack on interstate commerce because those vehicles traveled interstate? I don't know, because they're at their final stop, because then it would make it federal. And, see, I don't know, unless any of those cars, because that happened with New York City. Remember during the BLM riots of 2020 that nobody wants to, say actually happened. In those riots, you may recall that they firebombed some NYPD vehicles, vans specifically. And those vans, the people that actually got caught firebombing those were charged federally because the vehicles were purchased by federal grants. So they were able to charge them federally for destruction of, property essentially, but it was federally funded property. So that's why they could charge them federal. Someone said, what the heck is the point of doing that to car dealerships? It's because they're so stupid. They think it's going to affect Tesla's bottom line, thereby affecting Elon Musk, which it's not going to. Because if you attack, for one, they've already been sold to the car dealerships effectively, so it's not going to affect him. And even if all the car dealerships are corporate, they have insurance out the ass to protect them in case something like this does happen. Used car dealerships, however, that's a different story. But new car dealerships, don't you guys remember wasn't it Hurricane Sandy or something that came in and flooded through through New Jersey, and it like ruined like 10,000 Teslas? Wasn't that Hurricane Sandy? I believe it was. It was something. Godride said, how about Musk revealing what Twitter did to suppress a laptop intel before the election? Yeah, he hasn't released any information yet. He says he's going to. I heard Fox News referencing that he may go and do it on television somewhere. I don't know. Here's the thing. Nothing's going to come out. Yeah, we're all going to be like, oh my God, they really did it. We already know they did. So this is just some sort of proof that it did. But is there crimes that are committed? If Twitter, prior executives and employees deliberately put their hand in meddling in the election, could a crime? There was a term that's been thrown around today quite a bit, and I forget what it is. But would they have committed a crime based on current case law? And if they did, in fact, meddle in an election, obviously just stifling it. But if we all know it's true now. See, I don't know. I feel like I'm just arguing leftist, I feel like I'm just arguing stuff that's inevitable anyway. He's going to release the documents. It's a private company now. He can release whatever he wants. But I don't know. Someone said it's called treason. It wouldn't be called treason. It would be called election meddling. It wouldn't be called treason if the federal, well, it would be a crime if the federal, what's the term for it? There's a specific term, and it's not election meddling. I don't remember what term it is. There is a specific term for it though, but I don't remember. Someone said, "What's the web address for the Angry Turnip again?" The Angry Turnip. The Angry Turnip. Oh, look at this. Who was this that did $100 Venmo? Thank you so much. That was Kathy. Shout out to you. You also did a big order. I'm glad you got that to work. But thank you for that Venmo. In all reality, we need as much as you guys can. Black Friday was supposed to be a big day for us. We stocked up on stock and all that shit, and it's fucking it hasn't worked because I didn't realize the website wasn't working. And here's the thing: is I couldn't duplicate it because everyone's like, I can't get on the website. You guys have been telling me for days, but I never could duplicate the issue until today. Until today, I tried to click on it from my cell phone or from my tablet to click on the link that I posted onto Facebook, and it wouldn't work. It just went to this spiral. And I'm like, what the hell? And then I try on the computer and it was now doing it. And then if you typed it in or you erased all the forwarding stuff, who it was referred by, it worked. But I don't know. It's crazy stuff. It's not election interference. I don't remember what the term is. But it's some specific term. And Fox News was saying a lot on the 5. Speaking about who listened to the 5 today, because that was a shit show. There's a bunch of people on the website. Yeah. So if all 16 of you buy 16 t-shirts each, we're in good positions, guys. Come on. We need a lot of the t-shirts. I put all new t-shirts on there today, new hoodies. And the hoodies are priced pretty reasonable, I think, 40 or 45 bucks for them. And they have the TAT logo on the front, or actually over here, I think. And then, the patriotic design in the back, plus hats. I even got the flat brim hats for all you kids that want to be hip. My son came home with a Boston hat, a Boston Red Sox hat, which obviously I'm a Boston fan. It's tattooed on me, but it was flat brim. And I'm like, what are you doing, bruh? And then he needed new shoes because we're out raking and taking care of the yard yesterday morning because they were both grounded. Both of my boys were grounded. My wife's a softie, so she ungrounded them, because they helped clean around today or something like that. But the older boy was grounded for roughhousing with the younger boy and splitting his lip. And then the younger boy was grounded because he was getting his butt kicked in kickball or something. So he started talking back to the little rec person at school. And he was like, you can't get me out or something like that. So they actually got him. He got in trouble for that because of talking back. So they were both grounded for Thanksgiving and haven't been able to play any video games. And I thought that would give me a leg up in terms of my son ranking really high on Counter-Strike Global Offensive, except it didn't, because one, I haven't played, and secondly, he started playing again today when he got ungrounded and ranked up even further. So I'm never going to catch that kid, but he's good at it. So I'm happy that he's good at it. There's a lot of you guys on the website. Let's see. There's 20 of you on the website. Shopify redid something on their website today, and I don't like it. I don't like how it looks. It's not as... I know they're all happy about it. Shopify was on Fox News today talking about the sales. They were doing 2 million sales a minute, essentially. No, I think it was 2 million sales a second or something like that across the entire world with the platforms. It's not, yeah, hopefully you guys are all checking out. I can't even tell. Yeah, it says a couple of people are checking out. But yeah, and I'm going to throw in some special surprises for some of you guys. So you may just get I'll send you an email first before I send it to make sure you want me to send it to the correct address. Because all these shirts are all drop shipped, so I don't even have to worry about it. I think I just got to manually press a button to have them go. Bradford, Deb said you couldn't get on. Try now, because I think it's fixed now. Could you sell better on Cyber Monday? Yeah, probably. I'll sell throughout the whole thing, but, or alternatively, if you guys want, you could send Cash Apps or Venmos, because I could use the help. There's a bunch of stuff but here's, so now I don't even know what I was going to say. I chugged a Mountain Dew right before the show. If you can't tell, I'm fucking wired right now because I wanted to last a little bit and have you guys, interact. Earlier today, I did a live stream and there was a lot of commentary because I was talking about how Democrats for the past 2 years have been attacking Republicans, right? Trying to get them censored off social media. And now it seems Republicans are doing the same thing. And I understand the concept of, you fight fire with fire, or whatever, those sayings are, or it takes one to be one, or whatever, however you want to say, however you want to justify stupidity. But that's exactly what's going on. It's just stupidity, just straight up dumb shits. Because now the right is attacking the left in the same way the left attacked the right before. Everyone says there's a difference between cancel culture and this and that, and I disagree. Someone actually said, because I talked about that show Cuties on Netflix, that I was giving the impression that everybody should cancel their Netflix memberships, which I didn't say. I said you shouldn't watch that show. I didn't watch it. I only went off reviews and why I shouldn't watch it. And I don't know why, movies and these different channels are playing that kind of shit in the first place. I really just don't understand it, But I don't believe in cancel. I don't believe in saying, well, no one should support this business or no one should support that business. I've never been a big fan of that. I can make my own personal choice. And I explained that earlier. There's things that there are places that I won't go to because of, for example, I use the reference, like if someone said defund police on a business, right? Would I go patronize? Is patronize the right word? I said it earlier too, and I don't think it is. Would I go spend my dollars there? Fuck no, I wouldn't, because it doesn't hold my values. But would I go and make social media posts and tell other people they shouldn't spend their money there, or urge other people not to? Because that's exactly what the left has been doing for the past 2 years. And every time they do it, they're all in, the right is up in arms about it. And then the right does the same thing back and then says, well, it's justified because we are reacting to it, which doesn't make any fucking sense. I've never quite understood it. You know what I mean? Never quite understood it. And I think really what it is we're too stuck on just hating the opposite, hating the enemy. You know what I mean? And it sucks that you reference, or that I'm even referencing half of the country as enemies right now, or a small section, or it doesn't even matter how many people there are, but it does. It sucks that I'm even, saying that, oh, I hate, hate a company, it's because it's just bullshit. Nobody should hate. I shouldn't call, people that voted the opposite way I would as enemies, because that's just wrong. Mindy said, Merry Christmas with a $50 super Venmo, I think. Thank you so much. Someone said, businesses can't discriminate against you. Well, no, they can't really, but I don't know. It's just interesting when you think about it, because people are just, I think people are just so focused on this turmoil. You know what I mean? Someone said, bro, have you seen what used Carhartt pants are going for on eBay? What the F? No, I don't spend enough time on eBay to look up Carhartt, nor do I wear Carhartt. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever bought Carhartt, because they sell Dickies at Walmart. I'd rather wear one of those because they're much, much cheaper, and it's the same shit. Someone said, just switch parties like Trump and Reagan. It's not, see, the bad part is we even have to choose a party in America. You know what I mean? That, and I suppose you don't. I mean, I suppose you could just stand true to who you are and vote you're based on your policies and who gave a good one? I forgot the guy's name. He's also on Fox. He's a Fox contributor, I believe. But he was talking about his statement was, I forgot what his statement was now, but he was talking about something, and he made a series of really good points. And one of which is listen, you don't have to blindly follow anybody. You find what works for you and who works for you and who is positioning best for what you align with. And you throw your support behind that person. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's why Donald Trump was so popular, because so many people at that time aligned with him, because he had this whole fuck you world mentality. You know what I mean? Enough. We've been taken advantage of for years. You know what I mean? And I think that was his appeal to everybody. I personally think his appeal is losing. This shit that he's doing with Yee or Yay or Yo or you Yeet or whatever his fucking name is now, that dude, I think it's all fucking stupid. I think it's all stupid. Apparently Yee and and Nick Fuentes apparently went down to Mar-a-Lago on Tuesday and had dinner with Donald Trump. How Nick Fuentes even got in the presence of Donald Trump without a handler saying, fucking get away from that guy, I have no idea. But anyway, at any rate, Donald Trump sat down with Kanye West, and Nick Fuentes, who was invited by Kanye West. just if you think about the whole group of people, like, where are all the handlers? Like Nick Fuentes, like, you couldn't pay me to be in the same room as him just because, for one, I disagree with him. And almost everything I've ever heard that guy say is fucking nutty. And secondly, just that you couldn't, I don't hang out with people I don't like. And Donald Trump's like, well, you know, he released a statement. He has no idea who Nick Fuentes was. Okay. You're telling me none of your handlers knew who he was? I don't know. It's very weird. And Yee said that Donald Trump, you know, was screaming at him that he's not going to win. And I guess Yee went to ask Donald Trump to be his running mate. Yee for president with Donald Trump as vice president. Like, the whole thing, it's like, this is just bullshit. Like, is this really America right now? Where you got Kanye West that goes up to Donald Trump, the former president of the United States, and says, I want to be your running mate. Or he wanted Donald Trump to be his running mate, because it's very clear that he wanted him to be. It's just fucking weird, man. We just have a weird. We just live in a weird place. You know, just a weird place. I heard, yes, Trump was screaming at him. Yeah, that's what Kanye West said. And then Donald Trump said, no, the meeting was cordial. And there was no mention of white nationalism. Like, why even fucking say that, Donnie? Because now what the leftist media are doing, they're like, fucking A, this guy is not even on Twitter and he's still giving us all the ammo that he could. Like, think about it. He's with Kanye West, who everybody already says is anti-Semitic and all that shit. Kanye West has a different set of views. Do I believe they're anti-Semitic views? No, because I haven't even looked into him too much. The only thing he's talking about is that Jewish people control Hollywood. I have no idea. I'm not in Hollywood. I'm not going to speak out about it because I have no fucking clue if it's true or not. I know most of the old movies I've watched. Guess who's running it? You know, and it's and that's the truth, you know, but I don't know anything about whether Hollywood is run by Jewish people. You know what I mean? And did I hear Kanye West say anything bad? No, because I don't know. I don't know what happened in Hollywood, nor do I know what's happened in his personal life. What mainstream media does is they take a segment of a story or a segment of something, a statement, and then they manipulate that statement. And you guys all know this, but they manipulate the statement to try to get whatever impression they can out of it. So do I believe anything that comes out of mainstream media's mouth? Absolutely not. I see the number of users on theangryturnup.com is going down. That shouldn't happen. The number of users should go up because, for one, I'll see if you're entering in for the contest for the iPad. Secondly, I need you guys to go and buy t-shirts. Like, seriously, I put on, maybe I spent a good couple of hours designing all those t-shirts and uploading them today, the hoodies and things like that. Order one of all of them. I was going to make a special one that's like, I thought about making it, you know, remember the well, I got the Antifa one on there. You could buy that one, the old good one where it says F Antifa. That's on the store now. But I also, I put something else. Oh, what? I was going to make one that says like F commies. And then I was like, no, it's too cliche. But and speaking of cliche, you see what I put on the main, the Angry Turnip website now for a testimonial? It says, yo, this website's so good, it's going to make you punch a commie. Or something like that, as like a testimonial from someone. It's funny. But I'm going to do a lot more. I got a bunch of the pictures from people that won TVs, so I'm going to put those up as previous winners, probably like as a blog post, and do a bunch of stuff. But someone said I need to get folks over to the site, and I want an Antifa. Yeah, it's up there. Well, Antifa, I'm not writing that stuff, but Mark said you're having trouble signing into your website. Are you having trouble now signing into the website? And are you going to the correct website? It's theangryturnup.com, because we fixed it. And it wasn't, it just loaded really fast for me. So I don't think there's the issue anymore, but hopefully there isn't. But I tried to buy a Christmas box, but it wouldn't let you. Well, yeah, because the Christmas boxes are no longer available. That's what I said earlier. It was just a short amount of time that those boxes were available because I want to make sure I get them all out on time. So those aren't available. But what I may do is do a t-shirt drop again where you buy like 3 t-shirts, or you buy like a t-shirt bag where it obviously it won't be as cheap as the last one, but you'll get like 3 custom t-shirts and a sticker pack and stuff. I may and then because I can pre-make those and stick gift cards in them like I did the last one. Oh, by the way, who got the $250 gift card? If you got that, will you do me a big favor? Take a picture of it. Your face doesn't need to be showing, but just show that you won it so I could put that online. And if you guys win any, like anyone that's won a laptop, anyone that's won any of the TVs or the iPad, please just send me a picture. You don't need to be in the picture, just show you holding it, or something like that. But someone said it's telling me my password is wrong. I sent a new password, but I haven't got an email to reset it. Are you to what? Why do you need a password? Check out as a guest or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Use Chrome to open the link. Someone else said. Yeah. I mean, now there's more of you guys on it. So, and again, you can go to that website. You can click. I wonder, can I share this screen? Let me see if I can't fix. I see it. Let me see if I can't share Google Chrome. Oh, look at that. So this is the website here. And if you click on this yellow box right here, because I had to rebuild this website. So it's like quickly put together, as you could tell, because I only had 10 minutes. But if you click right here, well, you can't see my mouse, but over on the left-hand corner where it says click here to enter, it'll take you to this page and then just fill out this page. And this is where you can enter in for the iPad, or you can go back to this page and then you can like check out some of this shit. Fuck, man. I guess catalog. I may have to fix this. Anyway, but yeah, you could see all the different new shirts, some of the old designs, like the Anatomy of a Pew. That was one of our big sellers. So I put it back up. Christmas box is sold out. You can't order that anymore. But you could see drinking booze. Look at this one. This one's dope. I like this. It says it's the angry turnip because I can. That's kind of our slogan here. But then you can go to the back one. Look at this. I love this. America, drinking booze, refusing to lose since 1776. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? I think it is. But yeah, go over there, check it out, and buy a lot of shit. That's what I have to say. Buy a lot. Do I have any patches of your angry turnip for Spartan armor plates? No, I can make some. I can make some. That's not a bad idea. Optimus Prime, I will make some of the patches or order them. Rebecca said, I tried on the last day of the sale. Oh, well, I just bought a shirt. Yeah, I apologize. I already ordered because the one thing I was missing was stockings. So I took the total order of boxes today and ordered the stockings for it. So I'm not, unless someone says they don't want it, you're not getting it. Someone said, how many times can you register? Just once. I'm going to weed out all the duplicate entries for the iPad. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, but that's that. What else? Someone said a new published study suggests that miracle poke problems adverse. See, and you know what's funny is I was thinking about that today because if you follow me on Twitter, you saw I tweeted at Elon Musk the other day saying like, listen, if he allows, he's already allowing live streams, like we're live on Twitter right now. But if he has like an interactive chat, similar to like what Rumble and every other place does, or YouTube, Facebook, where it's a live chat, if he has that with monetization, it's a fucking game over, dude. Because I will quit going to YouTube if I can go to Twitter and say what I really. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, can you imagine if we didn't, if content, political commentators, content creators didn't have to be worried about what we say on social media in terms of COVID vaccines, in terms of election stuff, we wouldn't be censored in that regard. Man, can you imagine? And that's why if it's needed where we can actually make money and we can profit off it and have monetized videos and some sort of monetized platform. If because that's what Rumble's supposed to be, but Rumble doesn't have an easy setup. So like we can't, for me, what I do when I create this live stream that goes out to all the different channels, it's one setting in Restream. So I basically go do the title once and that's it. With someone like me that does a million fucking things all at once, I don't have the time to go over to Rumble and set up the live stream separately, then copy and paste all the keys and secret keys and all that shit into Restream just to do it. So that's why I don't live stream to Rumble. Plus, I have like, I don't know, a couple $100 in Rumble rants, but I can't figure out how to get them off of the fucking site. They just don't let me do it. But yeah, because didn't Twitter used to have like Periscope? So they had all the live chat capabilities. I don't think they had any monetization capacity on there. But if Elon Musk is seriously worried about, trying to find revenue, that would be the easiest thing. That would be what if I was in charge of Twitter right now, that's what I would be focusing on, and getting these content creators to have a platform where they can live stream, have moderators, have all the same shit that you do on YouTube, the emojis, all that shit. Make it so you can have members. You can integrate that, I guess, because they already have, what is it, like a super follow? You can integrate that just like a YouTube membership, and it would just be game over, because then you can actually talk about what we're talking about. We could talk about vaccinations. We could talk about why all these vaccine manufacturers are now buying companies that specialize in the adverse reactions from the vaccines. Like, and those are facts, and YouTube can't censor me because of saying that, because it's all come out. But I knew about that since the first acquisition in June of 2021. We couldn't talk about that in June of 2021 because the pandemic was going crazy. We weren't allowed to talk about those things. And it's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of crazy. Where I'm already live streaming to Twitter, so it's kind of easy, and that's why it would be nice. Tommy said you have 30 followers over on Twitter. Yeah, you can. If you use Restream, you could just connect your Twitter account. It's that easy. So, someone said he is really red. Who, me? It's probably just the lighting. Someone said we had to wait a year and 2 months to get actually paid by Facebook. We just now got our Reels play from the last 6 months 2 days ago. It's rough. Yeah, I mean, Facebook is weird because I used to get 2 checks from Facebook. So I got one for the ads in the beginning of the month, and then I got ones for the subscriptions and all that shit, stars, towards the 23rd or 24th of the month. But then for like 2 months they held it, and then it makes it too hard to account to see what we are actually making on that platform, which is why I hate it, because it's unreliable. I have no idea how much I make on Facebook every month. We make money, but I have no idea, Brenda said, Steve, maybe. No, I mean, I see it's a little red, but that's just this camera and the lighting, because I have the big lights off. And that's why it's like trying to adjust and fix it. But yeah, I just think it would be interesting to be able to say what we really want to say. You know what I mean? 30 of you are on that website right now. Let's go. Let's all 30 of you buy 6 t-shirts each. You use the code Black Friday, you get 15% off. That's a hell of a deal. You know what I'm saying? What else? There's something else I wanted to talk about too. Oh, truckers. There was a survey that was put out. It was written about by Trucker News or Trucker.news or whatever the fuck website it was. I don't remember. But it was talking about that this private company that specializes in AI technology for fleets, for commercial motor vehicles, where it basically says, hey, here's what your driver did behind the wheel. Here's what your driver could do to be safer behind the wheel, right? So that company sponsored a survey of 1,000 random adults that were not truck drivers or drivers of commercial vehicles, and asked them whether or not they get nervous while driving next to or around commercial vehicles, of which a startling number, 56% of those surveyed, said yes, they are worried when they are traveling next to semi-truck drivers. And I'm thinking to myself, as someone that's driven trucks for a long time, as someone that's driven commercially for even longer, I was thinking to myself, someone said, just out of curiosity, what was happening 2 years ago tonight over on PT News? I don't know. I don't have it up. So That's a random thing right in the middle of what I was saying. Anyway, fuck. See, God rides, you fucked me up. Now I don't remember what I was talking about. So oh yeah. So this company, entrusted this survey. They surveyed 1,000 people. All these 1,000 people were like, "Oh yeah, we're so afraid of truck drivers. Oh, it's unsafe." Blah blah blah. The craziest thing about it, when you think about it, is how many. And I know we have commercial drivers that are in here. Drivers, commercial drivers are more afraid of four-wheelers on the road, and they're unpredictable, zipping in and out, racing down the road than regular drivers are, than four-wheelers are of, and that's what they call car drivers. It's absolutely crazy because they don't know, people don't know how to drive around trucks. So they're worried about the trucks, even though the trucks are perfectly safe. If you look at, I guarantee if you take I wonder that's a good fucking thing to look up. In comparison to all the trucks that are out on the road versus all the cars that are on the road, who has the highest crash ratio between those two? That would be interesting. My guess is it would be cars, because you have a lot of like new drivers. You got a lot of, fatigue drivers, because they don't have hours of service like truck drivers do. Maybe a couple of years ago, someone said, yes, I admit I do get afraid, wonder passing, even driving 40 plus years without an accident. You get afraid of trucks? I don't. Even when I'm zipping on a motorcycle past a semi, I don't worry about trucks. I don't be, and here's the thing, because I get cut off like every day when I leave here. I jump on Interstate 81 and I travel for like 20 miles down to my house every single day. Today I made that trip 3 times back and forth. You know what I mean? But sure, trucks cut me off, but more often than not, it's a vehicle cut me off, a car or a motorcycle. Not motorcycles when it's cold, but it's a car that's cut me off, or a car that's tailgating or something like that. The only time I get worried about trucks is just the same as I get worried about anybody, is when there's a stop ahead. You know what I mean? And I'm following a car maybe a little bit too closely, so I got to hit a little bit harder and seeing a truck, because the truck can't stop like I can. Do you know what I mean? So I worry in that capacity. If that's what they were saying, no, then I would agree. But I don't think they were just saying generally they worry about whether truck drivers know how to drive. And and you could make the argument that that's now a valid question, however, because now with the infrastructure bill that passed last year, they also passed the Drive Safe Act, allowing young children, 18 years old, to get behind the wheels of commercial motor vehicles intrastate. It used to be intrastate. It was never an issue. 18-year-olds could jump behind a semi and go drive dump trucks or tractor trailers, whatever, as long as they stayed in state, if you could find someone that could insure you. But now they're allowing 18-year-olds to, one, do a 40-hour, I think it's a 40-hour or 400-hour, drive with somebody, and then they just get behind the wheel and they're allowed to go trucking, because it's all because of this mythical driver shortage, which I, again, heard on Fox News today. These people are fucking stupid. They're stupid. The Fox News people, like, they need some sort of industry professional, because they were talking about, on Fox News, they were talking about how we have a driver shortage, which we don't have a driver shortage, just in case anyone is curious. We don't have a driver shortage. We have a driver retention shortage issue, whatever. But so they were talking about the driver shortage and saying the fake number that's been going around, 80,000 drivers that were short. And it was basically because of this railway strike that may happen. And everyone's trying to feed into it. Fox News really going hard on it because Biden is not participating in this one and blah, blah, blah. And he said he did in the last one and it didn't go through, all this stuff. So Fox News is doing their typical bullshit, trying to stir up everybody and worry, say that there's this mass panic that's going to happen. And then Fox was also saying, like, listen, this is a big deal, which it is. I mean, make no mistake. If the railways do strike, it's fucked in terms of interstate commerce. It is fucked. The price matter of fact, the price that you're gonna pay doesn't even fucking matter. Except the rail shutting down would be great for the trucking industry, because then you're gonna have all these rail loads that had 7 to 10 days getting delivered now are gonna be sitting, as long as they're not on the rail, they're gonna be sitting, and the freight rates may go up a little bit because they'll have to ship that shit urgently. But they were talking about how if the rails shut down, right, and we have this truck driver shortage, and we need 80,000 drivers, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, the rates are just going to go up. They don't understand that freight rates right now are low as fuck. It's supposed to be peak season. They're supposed to be making bank right now. Truck drivers are supposed to, this is like where they're trying to make their profit for the year. And they're not doing it. Rates are low, 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 low. If you're in all the trucker forums on social media, on YouTube and all that shit, all the truckers are like, I'm thinking about throwing in the towel. I'm thinking about going to Leeson, getting rid of my over the road authority. I'm just, because rates are bad. Some of the bigger YouTube guys that do the trucking thing are quitting because, for one, fuel costs are through the fucking roof. They're astronomically high. Yeah, everyone talks about gasoline. The next time you're going to fill up, look at what that green price is, right? The green is the diesel. It's always, unleaded is red, green is diesel. Look at that green price, and then realize that freight rates are going down now. A loaded semi gets like 6 to 7 miles per gallon if they're lucky. So think about that when they're paying $5.50 a gallon for diesel, and the rates are less, sub $2. Come on, man! Like, what can you expect? And then, they try to say, oh, the rates are going to go up, and we don't have enough trucks to do it. We have a huge issue right now where we have way more trucks on the road. That's why freight rates are low. That's how it works. That's why we have rates that are super low, is because there's all these trucks that jumped in. Oh, there's a driver shortage. Let me go fucking buy a fucking $200,000 truck and get out on the road, not knowing what to do. That's why this has all happened. And it's crazy. Nobody understands that. Nobody can actually pay attention because all the media, they don't want to tell you what actually goes on in the industry, because then they're going to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. You've been lying to me for the past 10 years. So they're not going to talk about it. You know what I mean? They're not going to be like, oh yeah, diesel prices are through the roof. A truck driver is literally, break it down. If you're getting, I don't have a calculator handy, but if you're getting, someone do the math for me. If it costs you, say on average, $5.50 a gallon, even though it's pretty much higher everywhere, and your truck is getting, someone do the math, $5.50 a gallon, and your truck is getting 6 miles per gallon loaded with 40,000 pounds of cargo on, what is your cost per gallon or cost per mile? Someone just do that quick division for me real quick. Because I could just do it on my phone, but I don't want to. Someone said you could do it in your head. All right, God rides, let's do it. As Media Alabama said, ELD regs fired back too. Not really. I mean, I'll talk about ELDs in a minute if you want to, because they didn't. I'm waiting for the Texia Patriot said, independent trucker here, haven't worked in 5 months, probably going to put my authority in idle and just work a regular job. It doesn't even it doesn't matter whether you do that or not. It doesn't matter whether you set it idle, because it's still going to reset in the eyes of insurance and everybody else. So God Rides a Harley said 80 cents. It sounds about right? So 8 times 6 would be 420. That's not right. Right? 8 times 6. No, that would be 480. So that's wrong. Come on, God Rides. You said 33 cents. What are you talking about? All right. I'll just do the math myself. Hold on. 92 cents. There you go. That sounds about right. So 92 cents. So let's go here and say, okay, 92 cents a mile on average. That's what it costs that truck to run just on fuel. Just on fuel. Like, you have to understand that. Just on fuel. That doesn't include maintenance for the truck. It doesn't include the driver pay. Driver pay, here's when I first entered the trucking industry back in like 2003, 2004, whatever it was. When I first entered, truck drivers were getting 42 cents a mile. Company drivers, 42 cents a mile. Think about this. If they're getting 42 cents a mile, which obviously that's 17 years ago, so hopefully rates went up a little bit. Let's just add 42 cents a mile to the 95 cents a mile that they're already paying, right? So you got what? $1.37 a mile. Then you add maintenance. Let's just do a buffer, because it should be about 20% of what you make and we're going off the owner-operator perspective. Say 20%. So you just say 20 cents per mile is maintenance. So now you're at $1.56, right? And then you add truck payment and trailer payment. So let's add maybe another 20 cents. So you're at what? $1.75, something like that, $1.75. Now let's add truck insurance. Truck insurance has steadily gone up, even though nothing else does in the trucker world. Truck insurance has steadily gone up. So let's add another 50 cents, right? 50 cents per mile. And that's a buffer too, because you can use a little bit for your maintenance, because 20 cents is probably not enough now with the cost of getting everything, because there's a supply chain crisis, right? So especially if you got a Mack truck, you can't even find parts for those fuckers anymore. So now you're talking about roughly $2.10. $2.10, and that's for you to fucking break even. That's not including all your meals on the road, shit like that. No, that's just barely breaking even. I know I'm missing numbers too. All the truck drivers are like, that's not it. That's not it. They're ripping out their hair. No, I'm missing other numbers because I'm generalizing. So let's just say $2.12 a mile, right? Let's just say $2.12 a mile is what you need as an independent truck driver to break even hauling people's freight. The national average is like $2 a mile right now. I showed you guys the other day when I did California to Jersey, it was like $1.80 a mile. In Jersey to California, it was like $1.90 a mile. And I was like, that's weird, because you never see it. Usually Jersey to California will be high, California to Jersey will be low, or California to Jersey will be high, Jersey to California low. You know what I mean? It normally alternates. You can get an average of like $2.50 a mile for all miles. However, that's not happening right now. The rates are staying so low that all these people that should have been saving their money, but instead they keep hearing all this shit about truck driver shortage, all of it. So they go and buy more assets, hire more drivers, do all that shit. And now what are they going to do? The same thing they did in 2019. They're all going to go bankrupt. They're all going to go bankrupt. And you know what and everyone that's been in trucking, especially as an owner operator, you know exactly what I'm saying. You know exactly what I'm saying, because that's what's going to happen. If your cost to operate is sitting at 225 or 227, whatever, if it's sitting that high, and rates are as low as they are now. And guess what? This is supposed to be the peak right now. So you know what's going to happen in the trucking industry come January? Because normally what happens is normally right now through Christmas is pretty good. The week after Christmas is pretty good. First week leading into January, that's where you get a lot of the reverse logistics, the orders going back to manufacturers, shit like that from the holidays. Then it dies off. End of January, not a lot. February, it's fucking dry. March, dry. April, sometimes it picks back up. Sometimes it won't even pick back up until May. So you know what ends up happening? All these trucks that aren't making shit right now to save money for the slow peaks or the slow season, which is in a month or two, they're all done. They're all done. And that's how it works. That's how it happens every single time. And this is what all the freight forecasters, all the freight waves people, this is what they're all saying. Look at the volumes. Look at the volume of freight. There's not enough freight. There's not enough freight. That's why rates go down. Because here's the thing. When there's enough freight for each truck, rates go up because they have to bid against each other or against other shippers in order to get the spot on the truck. Right now, there's not enough freight, and that's why freight rates are down, because there's so many trucks for each individual load. A carrier can call in and say, I need $2 a mile. And he's like, well, I got Joe Blow's trucking over here that'll do it for $1 a mile. And that's it. And that's how it works. And that's the trucking industry. And it seemed like Fox News can't have someone that comes on and breaks it down like that, because then they'd be like, oh shit, we're all fucked. They can't do it. You know what I mean? And I wish they would. You know, sometimes they get people on that do have an understanding, but then they talked about this driver shortage for months and months and months. And in fact, in the trucking industry, they've been talking about a driver shortage forever, because all of the big industry heads, the ATAs, the American Trucking Association, all of these guys, they don't look out for the little independent truck driver. They're like cost to operate. Here's a good way to look at it. In 2020, actually, was it 2020? When did I work at Freightwaves? I think 2019 to 2020. Early on. Yeah, I was there for Christmas. In 2020, or I think it was towards the end of 2019, the national average for a trucking fleet was $1.87 a mile. And that's when fuel was sitting at like $3.50 a mile. Was $1.87 a mile. That was, oh God, who put that on? that would be, because if you can't tell, I'm getting back into talking about trucking because I have to. No one else is talking about it honestly. You know what I mean? So I have to. But yeah, the national average back in 2019, it wasn't the ATA. Oh, I don't remember what group it was, but they did like an event with FreightWaves, which is why this is all fresh in my head. But yeah, it's crazy. It's just crazy. And people, they don't want to get like anybody on television to talk about the actual facts of the matter, because then they would sit there. It would freak everybody out. That's what it would be. And I understand that, I suppose. I understand why they don't want to talk to people. What else? How many people are on the website right now? So how many of you guys have signed up for the iPad giveaway? If you haven't signed up for the iPad giveaway, there's 2 ways you can enter. Actually, there's only 1 way. I was going to lie to you and get you to buy a t-shirt because I need, I see there's been 14 orders in the store today. I need about 14 more in order for me to justify what I've done today. So come on. But yeah, all you have to do to enter for the iPad giveaway is just go to theangryturnip.com, theangryturnip.com, fill out the form. You'll see the yellow box at the top on the left-hand side. It'll say fill out the form. Fill out the form and we'll do it. But also buy a t-shirt because that's super helpful to me. It helps me to pay the bills and keep everything going. And yeah, I need you to. My Black Friday sales sucked ass because I had an issue with my website, so nobody was getting any notifications, or my website wasn't working. It was just bogging down. And I see a lot of you guys have gone in. Over almost 100 people so far have filled out that form. And keep in mind, if you're duplicates, I'm going to erase them, so you're not going to get it. Someone said you bought an Angry Turnip shirt. Nice. Godride said it may be a while before I buy a t-shirt. I have to scrape up $1,000 to get my heater fixed. Yeah. Mandy said I signed up. Can't make purchases until tomorrow. It's all right. The discount that we have, the Black Friday deal, is going on all weekend. Will you take MoneyGram? I don't even know what that is. Was I thinking of OOIDA? No, because no. OOIDA is a trucking association, so they claim. They sell insurance. That's really it. They are never at the table whenever there's anything in DC that actually needs anything. I mean, just to be blunt, any trucking round table or anything, OOIDA is just, they miss it. They're not there. They are more focused on, in my opinion, selling their insurance products, which it's like a B-rated insurance anyway. So when I was a broker, a lot of brokerages wouldn't even take their insurance, but that's it. Someone said I didn't use the discount code, so I guess you got a tip. Yeah. Jeff said, OIDAL, you buy out insurance. Yeah. Yeah. See, and that's how people know that I've worked in trucking, because I can, like, anyone could ask me a trucking question, I know it. They just collect the money. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and listen, they do some good thing. They have some training programs and things that are good. A long time ago, I wanted to, because you can't unionize, right? So independent truckers can't unionize. So the only thing they could do is belong to these trade organizations, except there are no actual trucking trade organizations that benefit small carriers. They could, pay the money and join the ATA, except their interests are going to be overshadowed by the interests of the big guys, the Knight Swifts and the US Express and all the big trucking companies, Menden, all of the big trucking companies. So they're not going to look out for the best interests of the small trucking companies. As much as they try and say they will, they can't. And so there's been a lot of talk about truckers unionizing, which they can't do because independent companies can't unionize and form one big union, which doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense, because you can have like, for example, I worked as a logistics director for a big mechanical contractor here in Virginia years and years ago, and they were unionized, and they belonged to 2 different unions, the steam fitters and pipe fitters or whatever, those two unions. And other companies are in these unions. And I know that, we've got family that are union. I guess I just don't understand, because the union dues would bury an independent trucking company, anyway, and especially with all the oh God, what was it? The stuff that happened in California, proposition, whatever it was, where independent contractors couldn't work, or couldn't work in the same line of business. I forgot what the fuck it's called, but there was a lot of talk there too about just making one company basically, and you lease your truck to that company and the driver's on the payroll. You know what I mean? So you essentially would say, okay, you've got a 2010 Kenworth. We will lease that truck from you for, $500 a month or whatever. And then we'll pay you an hourly rate plus a rental fee, which would cover the other expenses, and then book all the freight as, a big company. But nobody can ever do that. You know what I mean? Because there would be so many benefits to doing that. You could get a huge fucking, I don't know why people haven't really figured that out. There must be a way to do it. There must be a way to do it, because, like, for example, if I work for a company and I use my personal vehicle, I can write off that expense and get reimbursed for it. There must be a way to do that from the trucker industry. I don't know. Someone said, find a trucker that will live stream for you so we could see what he or she goes through. Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of truckers that already do that. There's a lot of truckers that already do that every single day. I thought about for a little bit going through a CDL truck driving school, and documenting the whole process, and if any of you trucking company owners out, or not trucking company owners, if any of you know anyone that has a CDL school, hell, I'll record the whole damn thing. Just make it free. And I'll get my CDL and I'll document the whole training and everything. It'll be like a hell of an infomercial for you. As Media Alabama said, why do all accidents in semis, fault or non-fault, go on CDL record as negative? Because it's an accident. You know what I mean? Any accident that's reported on a driver's record.
Why do all accidents in semis, fault or non-fault, go on CDL record as a negative?
That's cool. I didn't know it was still reading it. Good. But someone said, Steve, how was your dinner with your family at the restaurant? Shout out or no? Yeah, it was good. I don't remember what it was called though, where we went on Wednesday night. It was like I could look it up. I don't want to, but yeah, I don't remember what it was called. It was pretty good though. It was good. I got these fried, oh God, what the fuck were they? Mac and cheese balls. Fried mac and cheese. Oh, they were fucking good. And they put like sugar on them too. They were really good. I was really surprised. I don't know what else people are talking about. People are talking about On Patrol Live in 1 minute. Yeah, that's cool. What do we got? Anybody checking out? We need more people to go over to that website. Or if you want, if you don't want a t-shirt or anything, but you do want to throw some support our way, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all of those ways are really great. We've made a huge dent in what we need to do. The opening the store has cost a little. I went above the budget, so I have to pay that shit out of pocket now for the store opening, but it's worth it. Just doing a lot of the stuff that we've done over the past month while still trying to account for everything that's going to come due. Like, for example, I have a personal property income tax I think it's for the county for our vehicles that we don't own a single one of them. For my 2021 Trail Boss, which we sold back in March, I have to pay the full year's worth of taxes on that. The Equinox, which we sold in July, have to pay the full year of it. And for the concession trailer for the Forest River trailer that I had and sold in January, we have to pay. So that's $2,600 that I have to pay by September 5th or 6th. I don't remember, or December 5th or 6th. And this is a second payment. I already had to do the first one in July for vehicles I don't own. Oh, it pisses me off. It pisses me off so much. What's the discount code? Black Friday. Black Friday. All one word. But you still listen to Red Eye Radio? I don't know if I ever listened to Red Eye Radio. You know what one I did like though was, which isn't the same. Never mind. Oh, you know what? Sometimes when I'm listening on because like on Sirius, I have on the Sirius app because I have it on my phone because we can't get it to work in the car for some reason. But and you could see when I look at the favorites on Sirius, I got Fox News and Road Dog Radio, Road Dog Trucking News. That's what I'm always listening to. And I like it. I like some of the shows, but then again, some of those people don't really know the industry as much as you would think. You know, for hosting a show on a trucking network, you would think they would know a little bit more about the trucking industry. You know, some of them know a lot, way more than I could ever know. But yeah. Someone said, "Oh, I'm about to boot it for sure." I don't know what you're talking about. See, there's more people on the site. You guys ready? Should I do this giveaway now? Let me see how many people have signed up for this iPad. 285. Bass said, I've paid $649. Holy shit. Coley said, I've had to pay 17,000 more out of pocket due to home construction cost increases thanks to Brandon's economy. Yeah, it's just life, man. Life. But Coley, this is my full-time job. This is what I do. And I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. You know, I just have other goals. So when I reach goals, because I'm literally, you know, and I thought about making them public and just putting them on the angryturnip.com. But I have different goals where I'm putting a little bit of money in towards each individual goal, like a smart board. You guys don't think it's very important. But imagine if I had a smart board and I'm going over all the trucking and drawing pictures of everything and shit. I just may scrap that idea and go buy an easel with a dry erase board tomorrow. You know what I mean? Because I just think it would be cool. I think it would be a step up from some of the stuff. I like the smart board because I could show videos and things on it. They're just stupid expensive. You know, they're just very expensive. Did you see Daily Mail put out an article stating President Biden told Trudeau to shut down the trucker protests? Yeah, I saw something like that. And to be honest, I don't really read the Daily Mail. I try not to read any news related anything. You know, I know he said to shut down, and he wasn't talking about the Ottawa trucking protests. He was talking about the one that was blocking the Peace Bridge because he was worried that it was going to cause permanent delays with the auto manufacturers. And of course, he ran with the support and won with the support of the UAW, the United Auto Workers. So of course, he's going to go to bat. Do I think he threatened Trudeau? I have no fucking clue. And here's the thing. No, I don't think he threatened Trudeau, because who would be what the fuck is the word? Who would feel threatened by Joe Biden? Do you know what I mean? Who would feel threatened by Joe Biden? Someone said, did you see home sales are up even though they're 20% higher than 2 years ago? Weird. Yeah. Yep. Someone said green screen with projector. Yeah, that won't work. For what? Not for what I'm doing. Yeah, green screen would, because then I could pull it down, put videos up. But yeah. Steve, you learned a lot about the technology of all this stuff. Yeah. Or are you talking about the technology of the smart boards? Yeah, there's so much you could do. Like I could do weather reports and just have it up there, and oh god, it'd be fucking dope. They're just too expensive. They're like $3,000. And then if I save all the money for a smart board, do I even want to spend $3,000 on a smart board, or do I want to like pay more off on my car so I can get another truck or something like that? I'm kind of leaning towards the truck. Do you know what I mean? I've missed the truck because the other day I'm like, man, I could really use a Sprinter van for all the shit that I'm going to end up doing between the store and here. And then I'm like, man, if I had a truck, I could just pull the trailer. And I'm like, I just got to get a truck. Just got to get a truck. I was telling my wife today, I was like, hey, dear, will you co-sign for a truck for me? She's like, no. But because for some reason, she doesn't like the truck. I don't know. Someone said, I'm wondering what the best coffee to get if you like a dark, rich mountain roast. A dark roast, probably the Supreme. The Supreme Dark is probably the best one. That was the Victory or Death that we used to carry. That's a really good one. If you like really dark, that would be the Italian roast. That's the darkest coffee I've ever seen. It's literally as dark as my phone. It's even the beans. Well, of course the beans. It's very dark. Shirt and mug bot. Thank you. By the way, your coffee is great. Thank you. Yeah, and you guys can also go to gratiscafe.com. We're running the same sale there. Black Friday is the code. You get 15% off your coffee orders. And we are running that sale as well. So make sure you check that out as well. The French roast is like my second, and the Awake Not Woke is my first. That's the one I really enjoy. And I pretty much do Awake Not, well, so which is the medium house roast now, French roast, and the breakfast blend. I kind of switch between those two. Like we alternate. So we keep like 3 bags and we'll switch between them until we do what we did yesterday and just fucking straight up run out of coffee and have to run to 7-Eleven on Thanksgiving night and buy coffee. It tastes like shit. But it's funny because their coffee's so freaking cheap. I bought it yesterday. I'm like, how the fuck? And I know why. Because that's part of our goal. The goal for the coffee shops is I want to roast our own coffee instead of contracting it out. Stargazer said you already ordered 3 bags. Yeah, there was one order. Like if you ordered a medium roast, we didn't have any. But there was someone that ordered today, and I already shipped your stuff out. It's already in the mail. It's amazing. But we have a lot of we have a lot of Harlem's Finest in both whole bean and ground. That's available, right? Well, a lot is available right now. But if you order that, like if you order the Harlem's Finest, I will ship that tomorrow morning, and you will get that probably by Tuesday. That'll be the quickest. French roast, we have a lot too. We got a bunch. We have a lot. I think we have every flavor in stock right now except the medium roast because that sells out like hotcakes. But I have more coming on Tuesday, and I'll package it and get it out to you. You know what? Where are my coffee bags? I haven't got those yet. All right, that's it. So let's do this drawing now. You guys have waited long enough. 289 people entered for this giveaway. So let me go to submissions. I got to export all. And then I got to open. I got to see, because I think it does the number of the submission, which is good because it'll keep it all privet. Welcome to numbers. What the fuck is numbers? Now, is that any better or is it still bad? How am I roboting? What is going? Yeah, see, it's not here. It's back to normal now. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Hopefully, it's not when I click over here. All right. So what I was asking, what What I was asking guys is, does anyone know how to copy on a Mac? Is it because when I right click it doesn't do anything? Oh wait, yes it does. Never mind. Pff, fucking goober. I tell you, I even told my wife it was going to be a late live stream today, but it's not gonna. All right, so let me go over to Wheel of Death, Wheel of Names. Oh, you know what? I can't do it that way. I gotta do because there's gonna be too many first names. Hold on. Let me do this. And then, oh God, how do I make this go this way? I'm gonna do your real names. I have no choice but to do this. I'm not gonna show them all online though. Well, I guess this probably goes in order, right? All right, so we're gonna try it two ways. One, I'm gonna try to do it by. Oh wait, oh, it doesn't have column numbers. And where's the spreadsheet now? Right here. If this was Excel, it would have spreadsheet numbers. It doesn't. All right, so I got to do the names. Whatever. I didn't want to, but whatever. You guys are getting a free iPad, so it doesn't matter. All right, let me scroll down here. Right there. Copy. Where is fucking the window? And then, nope, that's not it. Command V. Nope. Oh yeah, that was it. Oh gosh, there's so many names. So many names. Okay, you ready? So I'm gonna shuffle them up a bunch, and then I'll show you it right here. I'm gonna keep it pretty small for now, but ready? Here we go. Wait. There it goes. Now this is who's gonna win the iPad. Here we go. It'll show it. Bonita Wirtz won the iPad. Bonita Wirtz. So if I go over to the spreadsheet, I just want to make sure I have a working email. Oh, fuck. I hate Macs, dude. Bonita Wirtz. Okay, I got your email. Bonita Wirtz. Congratulations. Quit. All right, so now hold on. I'm going to send myself a Slack message so I don't forget that one. Where the fuck is Slack on this computer? Can you tell I don't use this for anything other than streaming? I didn't think this through. I know I have Slack on here. There it is. Wait for it. There's 5 people still on the website. So you guys all looking for the best shirt to purchase? Is that what's going on? Yeah, that's what you guys are doing over on the theangryturnip.com. Hopefully you all are. Bonita Wirtz. All right, so I got that done. Because I'm going to send Bonita, I'm going to send you an email. Unless you're watching right now and you just want to send me an email with your address. Otherwise, I'm going to send you an email and let you know you won. And yeah, it's pretty good. Hey, so I think for the TV giveaway, what I was gonna do, if Kathy and Mindy are okay with it, which I think you are, because you guys both want TVs. I'm going to wait until Sunday night to do that giveaway for the TV. Just that way we generate more revenue. Cam Miller, you said you have a question. Yeah, so you can send me an email if you have a question. But yeah. What else? But yeah, I'm gonna do the TV giveaway because for one, I just want to generate a little bit more revenue so I can get you a good TV and make a little bit, you know. Mr. Bubble said, in case anyone thinks I'm trolling, Steve is cool. I am cool. Kathy is fine with that. Thank you. Stargazer147 said, what's Steve's email? It's social@citizenstringer.com or Steve at Pure Truth Coffee. If you want to do that when you can. Steve at Pure Truth Coffee. Mindy says, you keep saying that I've won a TV, but I have not. LOL. Have you not? I don't know. Your name is just very familiar. I don't know why. Am I going to cover the Rushdie case? I don't even know what that is. What's the Rushdie case? Salman Rushdie case. DA granted protective order. What? The DA is granted protective order. Witness identifies identities to be concealed from the defendant for safety. Oh, this is that terrorist guy, right? Witnesses with information about the stabbing of Salman Rushdie in August will be kept temporarily confidential from the man preparing to stand trial for the attack. A judge in the county court Wednesday issued an order of protection to conceal the identities of witnesses from defendant Hadi Matar of New Jersey until 10 days before a potential trial. The district attorney requested the protective order because witnesses could face potential threats or intimidation given the notoriety of the August 12th attack on stage and the institution's amphitheater, which he described as targeted and motivated by fatwa or the death threat issued by Iran's leadership against Rushdie of the author's 1988 novel. Yeah, I mean, possibly I'll cover it. I don't know. I haven't heard. I don't know when that trial is probably not going to start anytime soon. So, but there's your answer, buddy. Your buddy is the attorney. Oh, really? The attorney for who? The prosecutor or his attorney? That would be crazy. Oh, indeed, a must broadcast. Yeah. Someone said, what TV? Yeah, I give away TVs left and right. Pretty much. I think last month we gave away like 10 TVs. I'm going to put a bunch of the photos on the angryturnip.com of all the previous TV winners, the people that sent me photos. They've been posted in stores. They've been posted all over the place. It's super awesome to see it. It makes me feel good about doing all the TVs because people are, happy to get them. And that's one of the reasons why I do this, the prosecutor. Gotcha. But that's going to be it. I think I'm going to go and I may watch On Patrol because I record it because I'm awesome like that. And God, it feels like it's Sunday because I feel like other shit should be on. So tomorrow, any coffee orders that came in today, which I'm not logged into that, so I can't tell. Actually, no, I can't. But any coffee, I can. It's on that computer though. Any coffee orders that came in today that I can fulfill tomorrow, I will fulfill those tomorrow. And anybody. Well, all of the t-shirt orders and all that stuff, they're going to be automatically processed anyway. So those will go out as soon as they're printed. Yeah, and I appreciate all of your support, everyone that has watched, especially Kathy, because I know you've I mean, you're pretty much keeping the show on yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it truly, I appreciate you. But yeah, guys, I will see you. I'm going to be live tomorrow night because I got to generate some revenue. So I'll be live tomorrow night as well. Maybe I'll start a little bit later, 9:00 maybe. And hopefully there's some stuff going on. And someone said they're not showing live cops tonight. Someone said live patrol was live. Are you telling me it's not live tonight? Anyway, this is what I want everyone that's in the chat right now to do. Okay. It's what I want everyone in the chat right now to do that can do it. I want, as soon as I end this live stream, I would like you all to go over to theangryturnip.com, buy a shirt. Use code Black Friday, you save 15%. Or just share out that website to all your friends and say, hey, this dude is awesome and he could use your support. All right. Anyway, guys, I'll see you tomorrow night. Bye.